guys, good morning. As you might be able to tell, I'm in my bedroom in Kerry. I'm back home. I've been home for probably a bit over a week, or maybe not even a week. But I wasn't meant to film today. Sorry. I don't even have my tripod or anything, so this is a really off the cuff video that might not see the light of day, but I thought it might be worth filming because I just feel, as you might be able to tell, like I look exhausted. I just feel like today is a pretty good example of a bad ADHD day. I'm barely awake. I'm working from home at the moment, and you know, it's early and all of that, but so I'm not that awake that I'm sure exactly that today's a bad day, but I just feel like I have some days with ADHD, and that's when you take medication or not, but some days are just better than others, and that's fair. That's, you know, that's part of the package, really, isn't it? But I just feel a little bit out of my depth today, and I went to bed feeling out of my depth, and I don't know if it's lining up hormonally or something is, you know, I just feel off in myself. But yeah, I just I thought I might film because I'm working from home today. I have a lot to do. Personally as well, I have a lot of stuff. Like if you guys remember, I write my to-do list on tiny little like card or paper squares. It's really full. It's really full. Usually I only have about like 4 things on this. A lot of these are small things, but I've had to write down, how do I say this? Usually on these I would write down, you know, tasks I have to do, maybe a blog post to finish, or I don't know, something I need to research for college or something like that. Whereas today I've had to write down, you know, texts I have to reply to, literal emails I have to send, because I feel like I can't remember them. I can't remember what I'm doing. I don't know, my ADHD just feels really, I'm struggling to stay on task, basically. I really am. I'm struggling to stay on task. And I struggled yesterday, but I think today might be mildly worse. So I am going to film today as I get through this list. I'm sorry, I should start again, but I'm not. I'm too tired today. I'm never professional anyway, but I am at my desk. It's now lunchtime. I've eaten, and I'm actually not going to take a lunch break. I ate really quickly, and then I'm just going to do my stuff on my desk because I can feel my focus for my actual work tasks fading and fading and fading as the afternoon wears on, which is so typical of my ADHD. I will get a second wind and probably do some work tonight around 10 o'clock, you know, which is frustrating, but in the job I'm in, working with people with autism, you know, and being autistic myself, basically a lot of neurodiverse people around me, people are really understanding, which is incredible. So I'm at my desk, I'm sitting down, I'm just going to, I'm gonna do some work and listen to a podcast maybe at the same time and see if that helps, because sometimes there's such a thing as being understimulated, you know, and I think that's a part of ADHD that people probably don't talk about enough, but being understimulated means that things are too boring to get anything done. So if it's worth having 2 or 3 things to focus on at once. An example of this that's kind of weird is my physio sessions and gym sessions that I'm going to strengthen my muscles, which have actually been really helpful so far. You can't tell, I have no conditioning apparently, but you know, I do better with exercises like weighted squats and lunges, maybe on a balance board and things like that. I do better if there's music playing or an episode of a TV show on at the same time. If there's not enough on, I somehow forget my rights and my lefts and everything, so I think I need a certain degree of input. yeah, so I'm gonna, basically I'm just gonna do a bit of a time lapse of me doing the bulk of my work today, which I'm hoping I can just power through now for the next hour, 2 hours, and then it'll be 3 or 4 o'clock and I can just maybe round up the evening with emails, which is easier because, you know, they might, some days not many come in, and I think today has been quiet enough so far, so hopefully I can just round up the evening with some emails and then maybe have a nap after work, you know, have a bit of a sleep, and yeah. This isn't the most attractive angle. You know, I am a big watcher of those YouTube videos of like these really skinny white girls becoming that girl, like through like some insane morning routine. I'm not doing my part to be part of the community here, but I'm so tired and just so not motivated. Okay. My room is a mess, I'm a mess, it's nearly 10 o'clock at night, and I haven't checked in after I tried to do some of my to-do list. And that is because, sorry, I'm doing my skincare. That is because I did all the things on my to-do list that I knew would take about 2 minutes, which was replying to emails, messaging friends that I hadn't replied to as well, you know, that kind of thing, organising coaching sessions. I'm also aiming to do a PhD next year, so I had to do a few inquiry emails, and emails back to potential supervisors that I met with last week. And then everything else, like drafting the layout of that essay and things I was meant to do, which was actually for my PhD application, didn't happen because I fell asleep for like probably like 4 or 5 hours. Either way, I feel like I really needed it, but yeah, I don't know if it's really hard to know whether it's a bad ADHD day or I'm just exhausted and having like a fatigue thing from chronic illness, and that makes my ADHD worse. So it's kind of hard to know really what you're dealing with on any given day, but look, it's not too bad. As expected though. I'm trying to see my this probably looks like I'm being really aggressive with my skin, and maybe I am, but I am going to, what was I doing? Oh yeah, see, I can't retain information today, so I'm doing a little bit of writing and things now, because as expected it's my 10 o'clock second wind, which is when I should go to bed. But actually this is when I get a lot of stuff done, so I want to do some research into PhD programs, and fee status, because I want to apply to a good few different programs, because, you know, obviously I won't get accepted into probably a lot, so that sounded very defeatist, but just being logical, so I want to apply to a good few, but I need to know post-Brexit what my fee status is as an Irish student, so those kind of things, researching that, and yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna try to film tomorrow and see if tomorrow is better. I hope it will be. Welcome to Tuesday. I think today is a bit better brain-wise. I feel different. Just taking my ADHD meds, but I feel a little bit more with it than yesterday. It might be because I went to bed early and all of those kind of things. I just got more sleep yesterday when I took a nap, so let's give today a go. But it's super sunny, it's also super warm, so it's gonna be another warm day, but I'm gonna try and see if today is better. So part of yesterday, if you'll remember what even was yesterday was a mess. I had this fun to-do list on my little piece. Everything crossed off as things I got done, which I actually think is pretty good going. Naturally, bigger tasks simply didn't do. So I'm going to, I'm going to write up a new to-do list for today to do this afternoon / this evening, and we'll see how we go. Oh, it's nearly 5 o'clock. I have work until 5:30. I'm waiting on a meeting to start, so I decided to do a little bit of work on my website. I'm redesigning my website, which means I have a lot of landing page text to write. I'm just so not tech savvy. I'm so bad at this kind of thing. I really am. And this is like using Squarespace, which is, you know, such an easy platform to use. Basically does everything for you, but I'm just not good at this. So I'm getting increasingly frustrated, but we're gonna keep going. Well, friends, it's the evening, and by evening, I mean midnight. So, yeah, when I finished up working, I think last thing I might have filmed was working on the floor when I was writing a lot of blog posts for my website that I'm redesigning. Excuse me, I'm just going to light what's left of my tiny little writing candle. Time for a new one soon. I think the wax on this now is going to leak everywhere. I'll just put it on. There we go. But yeah, I actually feel like I got so much done today in comparison to yesterday, and I'm hoping tomorrow will just be like a normal level productivity day, because I feel like today almost felt like a rebound from the day before. That was probably too much. Like I did a lot of work that I didn't film. I did a lot more writing, a lot of emails, and things like that. I usually don't go too into detail about the projects I work on. But yeah, so as it's now midnight, I'm going to spend a little bit of time taking off my to-do list for today. I actually did everything. Except, no I didn't. My vision board, I was meant to design and print my vision board for my room in Dublin, but I didn't prioritize that because it didn't seem as essential as some of the stuff that had deadlines, so I will hopefully get that done tomorrow. But tomorrow I will be, I was gonna say flying back to Dublin, driving back to Dublin, and I'll be in the office on Thursday, so I will film snippets of the rest of the week. But this is my first time doing kind of snippets of a week or a working week, and so far one day has been really bad and one day has been like too good in terms of productivity, so tomorrow will be somewhere in between. So yeah, I also have an ADHD appointment tomorrow. I have an appointment to get my meds assessed, and trying to see if I need to stay at the level I'm at or go up and things like that, and I usually find those appointments pretty okay. I really like the team I work with. I do think my meds need to be slightly tweaked one last time, so I will hopefully get that done. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm just going to do my journaling and tick off my to-do list. I might write tomorrow's to-do list now, actually. I need to put in my gratitude journal. I love this sticker. Mom, I am a rich man. My gratitude journal and my journal, which is just about, you know, day-to-day happenings in life, and my planner. So I'm just going to tick off a few things, do that whilst listening to some music, and then head to bed. And I'm going to read, actually, I'm nearly done Conversations with God, book 3. These are a series of spirituality books that I've been reading since 2016, I think. I have been reading all of the books by him on a cycle since then, because they're the only books I've ever found that have fully covered what I already felt to be true spiritually for myself. And I find it really calming before bed. It's like very soothing to get into such a nice spiritual place before bed. So I'm gonna read some of that. Like, this book is getting a bit, I kind of love it though, it's so worn. And then I'm also reading the Percy Jackson series. I'm on the first book. Again, technically I read this already, but I can't remember what happened. So that was my dad coming in to tell me to be quiet. But yeah, I'm reading the Percy Jackson series, and I'm hopefully going to fly through this series because I really like it so far, but I also feel like I missed out on a key thing because I was too in my Harry Potter phase as a child / teenager. So I'm going to do a small bit of reading of those before bed. But yeah, I will see you guys in the morning. Morning guys, happy Thursday. As well, you probably can't tell, but I am heading into the office today in Blackrock, and I am going to be doing a lot of training today. I'm on a few training courses on sensory processing in autistic children and on vulnerable adult training, basically in best practice there. I've done this training before, but I kind of want a refresher. But yeah, it's the morning. I'm going to eat breakfast now. I've just knocked some Oatabix everywhere. That's gonna drive me mad. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have some Oatabix. I do have more than one, but I can't have more than one in a bowl at a time. I just hate the overwhelming texture of having too much at once. I think that's an autism thing for me. Well, I have so many autism food things. So yeah, there's usually no one up in my house. Well, no, 2 of my housemates go to work before I'm even up, and they are like incredibly energized and like are gone for 6. And then one of my housemates usually getting up as I leave. He's a PhD student, and another one of my housemates works nights. So it's fairly quiet, so I kind of like to eat by myself. Otherwise I probably would stay in the kitchen and chat. But I usually use this time to read some college books. So for my master's in coaching. So I'm currently reading Coaching and Healing, which is Transcending the Illness Narrative. It's by multiple authors, but it's really interesting so far. And having been ill and still kind of having chronic illness, and dealing with chronic pain, this is really interesting because I would love to get into chronic illness coaching. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to just get dressed, get out the door, get driving. So yeah, I'm really lucky. I live super close to the office, so I kind of not close enough to walk though, just in case anyone thinks I'm lazy. But yeah, so I'm gonna just eat and read. So many noises in this office that I literally don't know what's going on. This is such an old building. Hi guys, I am halfway through my training morning and a quarter through my training day, but I'm so cold from sitting still and I just think I'm tired. I feel a bit strange today, just not strange because I feel physically fine. I actually feel mentally, cognitively, ADHD wise pretty good. I just feel a little bit tired and jet laggy, and I imagine it's from the drive yesterday, even though I did go to bed on time. But yeah, so I got a soy latte. I know oat milk's nicer, but I started drinking coffee and soy milk and now I can't stop and I just love it. Morning guys, sorry, let me raise this. I feel a bit brain foggy today. I don't think that helps, but here we are. It's Friday. I woke up and I feel okay brain wise, but I feel, as in ADHD wise, focus wise, I feel okay, but I've woken up with pretty bad chronic pain in my shoulders. My Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome causes me to partially dislocate joints. I'm very lucky I don't fully dislocate any joints, except maybe my toes, which, you know, we'll deal with that another time. But I usually, some nights, I'm not sure, does it depend the way I sleep, but some nights I must sleep in the one position, I think, for the whole night, and I tend to cave in on myself, and then usually whatever shoulder I was lying on is out in the morning. But this time it feels like it's both, and I can feel my ribs feel really caught, and I just feel like I'm in a lot of pain, to be honest, and I'm pretty tired from it, which makes me imagine I was in pain whilst I was asleep, but slept through it because of medication I'm on for it. So I probably wasn't actually that restful. So yeah, that is the morning. I'm working from home today, thank God though, so today is very relaxed in terms of like I get to make my own schedule and things, so that's not too bad. But I'm going to try and roll out my joints, I think, with a foam roller and just on the yoga mat for a little bit before I eat or do anything. Like, I'm trying to see if I can if I twist my back, will it crack into place? Oh, okay. Oh, that always makes me feel a little bit nauseous when that happens. Oh, I need to try and crack my shoulders into place. That's like my collarbones. There. Okay. When the nausea passes, it usually does feel better for doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of straighten up my room, as in my bed and things, and make some room on the floor to roll out my joints and stuff. Oh god, okay, that's actually made me feel really nauseous doing that. But yeah, so this is the part of the day I wasn't going to show, but at the end of the day, this is a part of lots of days, so, you know, it's relevant. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Hi guys. Today has taken a bit of a direction I'm not buzzed about. We're just gonna have to ignore my hair, to be honest. As you saw this morning, I was in a bit of pain, waking up, and my joints are quite sore still. My fingers are really sore on my writing hand, which is very inconvenient, but you know, part of it. And I'm just feeling quite sore, to be honest. And because I'm feeling quite sore, I'm feeling quite low. And I think what makes it worse is I tend to beat myself up for feeling low. It's definitely something I tend to, I don't know, I just tend to expect better for myself. But yeah, so I'm feeling really off. I feel really off. I should have probably known this was going to happen when I cracked my back and it made me nauseous, because that's usually a sign of a bad day. Because sometimes I can put my joints back in place and it doesn't make me feel sick. So today just feels slow. I feel tired. I feel really, really tired. And I got a lot of sleep last night. You know, I did go to bed early. Like I have concealer on at the moment and things, because I had a work call and I was just afraid about how tired I looked. So yeah.